and I'm playing General Krieg.
I'm gonna show you something cool, and then I'm gonna show you something cute. Well, you can't see. Well, I guess it's not that cool, but it's snowing. It's cool to me. And that's something cute. Look at Tommy! It's in our little banana bed. Oh, she's so cute. I love that cat an unhealthy amount. Hi, dolls. Welcome back. And if you are new, hello, my name is Jessie, and today we're going to react to the Legend of the Cast of The Legend of Vox Machina. We have finally made it. We are at the last video, what I presume to be the best video, unless everyone's just so excited about this one because it was the one that came out most recently. Because as I said in the other video, all of these had come out last year, and it seemed like it was about once a month. And then this one came out like a week ago, and it was in regards to the show coming out this week. So I'm really excited to jump into it. I want to see who's involved. Everyone's so awesome. No one spoiled anything, so I don't know who I'm going to see. I just know that I'm going to be seeing people that are involved in projects that I really like. So no more talking. Let's just jump in. But before we do, don't forget to throw a like or dislike if you do not like what you see. But comment down below. Let me know why. Subscribe if you have not yet. We do fun things here. Really like the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. It is $5 a month. That's only $1.25 a week. It has all of my unedited reactions of everything that I do on YouTube in addition to more. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at star_chef_productions. But without further ado, this is my official reaction to the Legend of the Cast of The Legend of Vox Machina.
When we first played through this campaign, we would have never imagined that we would get some of these names to be voices on our show.
I mean, I feel like a broken record when I just keep fanboying over the actors who are playing these characters, but I'm a fanboy for all the actors who are playing these characters. Ah.
Oh no, they're all so good. I can't believe these people are working on the show.
That's awesome. And they're probably all fans. I love it. I can't wait.
It's an interesting circumstance to be developing an animated series where I created and performed so many of these characters, and then now we have the opportunity to bring them to life.
Yeah.
And I should not play all of them. I am genuinely really excited for and have been excited to find the right people to breathe life into these characters in ways that I never could.
Just like the player characters, all of these NPCs that you've seen, they have a piece of Matt in them. They feel like friends. So when we were casting it, there has been that deep amount of levels of consideration to make sure that they will truly be the exact perfect fit.
Part of us will always want Matt to voice every old man, woman, child, but it's been surreal to hear the guests we've had come in and bring some of these long cherished characters to life.
One of those NPCs that is beloved by all is Shaun Gilmore of Gilmore's Glorious Goods. And after a lot of back and forth with Matt,
cool.
Matt himself was actually the one that was very adamant about allowing someone else to take a shot at this beloved character.
I wanted to make sure that his importance to the story was given the care that it deserved.
We really wanted to find somebody who is funny and still full of life, and I think we found him.
Sunil Malhotra has done an incredible job of portraying Gilmore.
Yeah.
Shaun Gilmore is, in my imagination, a naughty, sexy, mischievous cat. If he's not selling his wares, he's selling himself.
Cat.
Sunil brings playfulness, charisma, respect.
I feel very close to Gilmore. Just full of energy and life and verve.
Closets.
That is
I
like
love
hand
it.
in glove for me.
They're all
He's
in their
bringing
closets.
a very unique flair and passion to the role, and is really good at hooking a finger under Vax's chin still.
What we ended up with was enough of Matt's version of the character that we still recognize him as the Gilmore that we fell in love with, but this new spin, a new take that has an authenticity that we could not have gotten if Matt had played the character.
The voice really hits everything that you want out of Gilmore. I'm quite pleased.
As Matt
Oh,
painted it,
joyful
Exandria
giggles.
is such a broad, diverse, crazy place filled with all kinds of voices from around the realm. And to populate that with voice actors who aren't just the main 8 cast members of Critical Role was always a big goal of ours, to make this world feel expansive and real.
This show is a great big stew of unbelievable casting choices and people that you have been waiting for and knew were going to be part of it.
We are blessed with choice when it comes to extremely talented people that happen to be friends of ours. And so there have been opportunities in the series to have people like Kari Payton.
Not unfamiliar to Critical Role fans for his portrayal as Shikasta or in Undeadwood. Sovereign Uriel is a huge part, which meant that we needed a huge voice.
King
Kari
Ezekiel
Payton was someone
on,
that we turned to for that, and
Walking
he
Dead.
delivered instantly. He has a level of regality to his voice that you just can't
Dunder Mifflin.
ignore.
He just brings so much weight and integrity to Uriel and gives it even more character than I would have imagined.
We're trying with some of the casting to make sure that everybody you want to hear who's been a part of the family sneaks in there every now and then. Felicia Day is a perfect example of someone you will hear rattling around Tal'Dorei.
Cool.
You'll hear her doing her level best to defend Amon against its enemies in a few of the early episodes.
As one!
We would
I
not
love
be here
her.
without Felicia Day. She took a chance on us, she saw the possibility, and we knew that we wanted to use her.
We also have people that we have known and love, such as Bobby Hall.
Okay, we'll take you in. But the bear waits outside.
Good old Bobby Hall got to play some guards in
Good
some of
old
the earlier
Bobby
episodes.
He blew us away. He was phenomenal.
Also stepping up for a character favorite from the Vox Machina campaign is Eugene Bird as Jarrett. Jarrett got a new role in this show. He is now a
What do I know him
captain of
from?
the Arms of Amon in the animated series.
I think Jared is one of the coolest characters in the campaign.
Jared is the kind of guy that you need to prove it to him. You need to prove it to him more than a few times.
Eugene is like such a wonderful human being and such a wonderful person. He was in Gears of War with me, and I was so excited when he was cast.
General Krieg is a character from our early home game days that some fans may not be super familiar with, but he did reside on the Council of Tal'Dorei, and we had to turn to a big voice for his character.
Hello, my name is David Tennant, and I'm playing General Krieg.
David Tennant's in our show? What?
Being able to bring him on board to bring an NPC like Krieg to life, a pre-stream NPC. So he really is the one that brings it to life for the community as well for the first time.
I can't believe you made it out alive.
He was so excited to be part of this project because he had seen the path that it took.
I think it's fantastic. I think this is how all shows should be pitched. They should all start in somebody's front room and end up on television. Why not?
Knowing what that
my
character is going to
gosh.
be required to do, David was fantastic to work
Oh
with.
my god,
We've also had
goosebumps. My
guest
hair's
appearances
sticking out.
by Tony Hale.
Of Veep fame is our Fence. He transformed into this
cool.
slimy, scheming Fence so brilliantly.
Playing the head cleric is Anjali Bhimani. Her dulcet tones matched perfectly with the character. Don't want to forget Cassandra DeRollo, sister of Percy, played by Esme Creed Miles. The Tavern Keeper, which was a fan-created character, voiced by Mason Alexander Park, who was incredible.
looks
They
fun.
knocked it out of the booth. The goddess voice of the Everlight is Tracy Toms. Incredible voice, incredible performer.
And One Punch Man himself, Max Middleman, as Desmond, the
that's
coachman for the
cool.
devious Briarwoods.
Bryn, who is a brand new character to the series, is voiced by Stacey Raymond. Also in the Whitestone crew as Keeper Yenin, we have Gina Torres.
Your first take of her is really someone of great calm and spirituality, but she has a much greater agenda. She also has a couple of tricks up her sleeve, which make her a badass.
When it came to the character of Archibald Desnay, we made some changes to the character overall and also wanted to push this young rebel leader with a voice print that we thought would do it justice. We're big fantasy fans, so again, in Shooting for the Moon, we reached out to Dominic Monaghan, and he said yes.
Archibald
Oh, Jay was probably
is
freaking
a
out. He's a
kind
huge
of
Lost fan.
buccaneering, swarthy man of short stature. He tends to let his fists and his axe do the talking.
He just sounds like such a badass dwarf.
Then we need to make our
That's
next
good.
move count. Gather every able-bodied fighter in Whitestone.
23.
But we have a Hobbit on our show. It's
We have a
amazing.
Hobbit on
Also,
our show.
Stephen Root. We are huge fans of his, from everything from Office Space to Barry. The way that he chews and works with his words gave a whole new shape to the character
Oh,
of
I like
Anders.
him. I know him from Barry.
You're
Yeah.
wasting time.
He's good.
Vedmeyer also cuts an extremely intimidating profile, and we knew with a half giant of his size, we needed a voice to match it. You can't go wrong with Royer McCann, the Hound from Game of Thrones.
Oh my
Dr.
God,
Anna
that's
Ripley
who that
another one
is?
of the Briarwood
I didn't even
henchmen that we
recognize
knew we needed to bring to life. And Kelly Hu does an incredible
The
job
Hound was
of
my
that.
favorite
Don't
character
play
in
dumb.
Game of Thrones.
It won't end
aside
well
from
for
Tyrion.
you.
God, Kelly is a villain.
It's a really, really sharp performance.
So two of the NPCs that obviously jumped to our mind in the beginning was Lady Allura Vysoren and obviously Lady Kima of Vord. Big shoes, big characters, beloved by
Are
all.
they not
and
done
we
yet?
quickly
My
turned
God.
to an angelic voice from Game of Thrones, Indira Varma, for Lady Allura Vysoren.
She has this grace and this prim quality to her.
I must object, Sir Finch. We don't even know what the creature is. Demon? Elemental? And how do you propose we capture it?
She was able to deliver this very
this is
delicate,
awesome.
soft, but powerful dialogue.
I love you, Matt. I love your voice as Allura, but it's so amazing to hear the woman come to life.
And then her partner in crime, Kima of Vord, played by the incredibly funny Stephanie Beatriz.
Oh,
She
nice!
has just the perfect cadence and the perfect deadpan delivery and just nails it with her total disdain for the entire group of Vox Machina.
She's large and in charge, even though she's under 4 feet tall.
Stephanie is a fantastic badass of the utmost variety.
Playing a badass is an internal thing. It is about the space that you've decided that you take up. It isn't about how small or big you are.
She just like got
like that
it immediately
interpretation.
and sounds exactly like I pictured Kima sounding.
While I miss Matt as Lady Kima, I'm pretty happy with who we got.
Another immensely talented voiceover actress, the illustrious Grey Griffin. She is our Delilah Briarwood.
Villains, I've been playing them for decades, and they're just so deliciously wonderful to play.
Delilah is a very complicated
If you hear
villain.
banging in the
I
background,
liken her to
kitties
sort
are
of like
playing
a
at the door.
big cat. I'll kill you when I'm feeling like it, but right now I'm just having fun.
She grasped so many facets of the subtlety and that brimming intensity and threat while still keeping that cordial, presentery upper crust.
She relishes in the
I love
in the
getting all
villainous
these little
aspect.
clips of
But she
where
really
they are
gets
when they were recording.
The heart of Delilah.
She does do horrible, horrible things, but it's all in the name of love, so you have to root for her just a little bit.
We also have the talented Darren DePaul joining us as Kyrian Stonefell.
He's grotesque, he's evil, he's disgusting.
how much-
He is
oh my
a
God,
mess.
there's
So I'm sure we're like, of
3
course,
minutes
Darren.
left.
He's disgusting,
He's
he's
got
evil,
so
he's
many
a mess.
people.
We've got to make it him.
Darren is, I'm not convinced is human. He can make creatures come out of him that don't really make sense.
Nobody's going to get into that part of the basement of their voice like Darren can.
Death to the Derolers! There's the great joy in playing someone who just doesn't give a damn.
Watching this universe come to life, it's bigger and more complex than I even imagined.
These are adult stories, adult themes, and because it's animated, it means that you can do so much more.
Anything that you can think of, anything that you can dream up, that can be brought to life in the world of animation.
Who would have thought that we would get to tell these stories in this medium? And people aren't ready for how vibrant and exciting it looks.
It's very like those cartoons that you watched as a kid. It kind of reeks of nostalgia, but with swear words. And what could be better?
It feels like our little group is just starting to expand
Seeing
and grow.
him just,
For
like,
many, many
makes me so
years,
happy.
this
I
was
loved
truly
it.
a world that only existed in a handful of people's imagination.
It feels like these characters that we have lived with for years now have been given new life.
The fact that
Oh,
there are all
that's
these
really cool to
critters
see them
who are
all together.
invested in this means that,
Just
fuck,
the
it
fire
needs to be
person
seen,
in
it
the
needs
back.
to be made.
This is because of you, and I know it brings tears to my eyes. It's kind of an amazing thing.
Indulge and engage with this moment that you helped create, because without you, it would not have been.
Knowing that the Legend of Vox Machina was
I had these
creator made
for
from
sneezing,
top to
but-
bottom, there's a certain magic to that I don't think you can get anywhere else.
People say stuff like, this is your world, you created this stuff. Like, I, to a degree, helped to facet it, but I am one of many storytellers in this. Me and all the players at the table, and the community that watch this, and all these artists, developers, and designers. This is a continued expansion of that collaboration, and collaboration is key. This isn't my world anymore. This is our world.
That's so cute. Oh, I had tissues for when I wanted to blow my nose, but I didn't know I would be using them for crying. Not yet, at least. All right, so there you have it. The legend of the cast of The Legend of Vox Machina. And I'm sorry if I screamed in my mic. I tried to go like this to cover to muffle it. I am obsessed with David Tennant, like obsessed with him. I love him so much. He is my favorite Doctor. His voice is one of the most unique voices, and I think he is perfect for voiceover work. And so to see him in this, I'm so excited for a lot of people. But him especially, to see him pop up, oh my gosh, like literally gave me like goosebumps, my hair sticking up. I was so excited to see him. And there's so many people. Oh my gosh, you are all right. Like when it's funny because I always try to not get too hyped up by things people say. So everyone kept saying there's so many, they just keep coming. I'm like, oh yeah, there's probably like 4 or 5. I'm thinking like, oh, there's going to be like 4 or 5 pretty decently big people. That's going to be exciting. Oh my gosh, I literally had to check the time. That was the first video out of all 6 of these where I had to check the time because I'm like, is it over yet? And they just kept coming. You're right. Oh my gosh. That was so exciting. I am 100% thoroughly pumped up. I cannot wait to see this first episode. I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to hug Dobby because she's back in her banana bed and she's so cute. And then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch the first episode because I am ready. I am ready. I'm sure there's 1,000 other things that I could watch and react to prepare for this. But I can't wait anymore. We're gonna watch the first episode in about 10 minutes. Everyone, throw like, ever dislike if you do not like me to see, but comment down below, let me know, subscribe if you know. Yeah, wait, thanks. I really link the bell to be notified when I upload videos. Don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at @star_chef_productions. But that is it. So long, everyone. Try to make someone smile today. You never know when you might need it next. Bye.